always remember.
Happy Monday, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Determined Focus. Hello there, General Kenobi. Say it back. This is episode 59 of Determined Focus. We missed last week because we were
starting to lose track.
Yeah, I know.
We've had a lot going on.
Yeah.
We've been busy. We missed last week's May 4th stream, so happy belated May the 4th, or May the 4th be with you. Because it's May the 11th, and that's not really anything. I'm sure there's some joke I could probably make, but IG11, that's all I got. That's all I really got. But yes, we're here talking about mostly Maul Shadow Lord episodes 9 and 10.
Yeah.
Which we are so far removed from spoilers at this point, thankfully, so we don't really have to beat around the bush. Because we were at Burbank, California, Walt Disney's studios for the finale screening of episodes 9 and 10 of Maul Shadow Lord with the cast and crew, people that you probably know, such as Brad Rao, Matt Miknovich, Athena Portillo, Dave Filoni, David W. Collins, Sam Witwer, Gideon Adlon, and the list goes on and on and on. Pretty much every person who had a main role or a very high-level part in the show was there. We got to experience a Q&A after. We're going to talk a little bit about that after. We just want to talk about the meat and the potatoes of the episodes, I believe.
Yeah.
Because, I'm going to say it. I think you and I could potentially take the reins as the biggest fans of Maul Shadow Lord out on the internet. I'm not gonna stake claim in there. I'm not gonna contest another person if they want to do that. But we are gladly, and I think our foresight has been true. The biggest glazers of Maul Shadow Lord of all time, and I'm cool with that.
Yeah, we're pretty big Maul Shadow Lord glazers. I can think of a couple people who I know would definitely be mad that they weren't, that they would have to compete for that title. But what are you gonna do?
It's not a competition. It's more of a council, really, a shadow council. Which maybe we'll talk about some Mando stuff later as well. We definitely will be talking about some Mando stuff as well. It's all one big party. But before we do, shall we check in with the chat?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Cole Cohen, thank you for being here. Focus 3, our first Focus member. Thanks for being here, buddy. We missed you. We missed all of you guys. Downcast Bug, Focus 5. How you doing, dude? We got Matthew Green, Focus 17, rocking and rolling. Is the last time that we were live, by the way, was the charity stream? Yeah, it was. That was May 1st. That was the last time we were live with everybody. Again, thank you for everybody who turned out to that. I'd be curious.
That was awesome.
If we can at some point, if we could check to see how I don't know if we can look at see how successful that campaign was across the entire weekend. But I'm pretty sure we raised in our stream with Connor and Seth for the extended tier list madness. We raised about $660.
I think it was exactly $600.
Okay.
Let me see if I can.
Matt said $5 and 10 minutes late start of the stream. Yeah. You know how it works around here. You know how it works. It's 7:30 is more of a suggestion.
I am a human.
Macman said, focus for locking S-foils into attack position. It's Maul Finale time, Squadron. You're absolutely right. Also, speaking of S-foils in attack position, look at that sick jacket that Will is rocking. Who sent you that? What company?
Culture Fly is the company.
It's sick.
Very cool. It was very nice of them to send that box over. It's a really cool box. I lost the pin immediately while I was taking photos yesterday on our hike, and I took.
What was the pin?
It was really sick, and I'm pissed that I lost
it. Like writing pin or like enamel pin?
Like an enamel pin.
Oh, dang it.
Yeah, I'm pissed. But, everything else is really cool. The hat's really cool. I think my favorite thing out of all of it is the backpack, because I didn't have a Star Wars backpack. So
the backpack is gas. I do like
that.
Looks
like the total raised was... Oh, wait, hold on. Campaigns for May the 4th. So we were at 650 for the thing, the entire stream for us specifically. Our goal was 250, so we raised 400 over that. But for the event for Starlight, $10,000 was raised.
And what was the goal for the entire event?
I think it was 5,000.
Wow! So it nearly doubled. So not only did we double our goal in our stream, the entire campaign was doubled. That's awesome.
Over than doubled. Yeah, 5,000 was the goal. $10,427.44 was raised for this.
That's insane.
It's really cool. Really
that
cool.
Is insane. Well, thank you guys who showed up to that. That was a lot of fun. We love doing stuff and collaborating with the Starlight Children's Foundation, and also we love collaborating with our friends Connor and Seth because they're like, some of the best guys in the community. So had a fun time doing that. MacMan said that the show was awesome, but the finale was 10 out of 10. People were saying S plus. More pluses. Let's see. MacMan has also been a member for 8 months. You are no Inquisitor. What are you? It's so good. January Sports Highlights 5851.
We need like a sound for him when he comes in here, like the ESPN sound or something.
Yeah, I know. To the stage, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights 5851. All right, anyway. We have, dude, Alsanda on Instagram does Kojima style
really
art.
Cool stuff.
It's so good. He did some stuff for Shadow Lord. So good.
He's also just like a really nice guy.
He's very. I know. I was like, I like, and this is praise. This is a compliment. Like, I thought you were the real artist for like Kojima and all of this stuff. So because that's how like in line it is with that stuff. But yeah, you're super nice. You're always super supportive. So thank you for being here. It was fire. I agree. We got Wesley Focus 12 locked in. Thanks for being here.
Hey, buddy.
Limitless Nerd. Going to have to catch the replay. Focus 6 checking in. Hey, thanks for being here, dude. We're going to be on a episode with him in just over a week with Carly and Gabe talking some more Maul Shadow Lord kind of as a whole. So if you want to go, I think we're doing, I don't know if that's live. That might be pre-recorded. So I think that might be a little bit further out. But that's coming on the horizon. So
I think the 19th is what the date is.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
I don't know if that will be live, but either way, it will be out shortly after that. Ryan is a fan of the jacket, by the way.
Thanks, dude.
To the John was saying congrats about the foundation. Thank you, John. Appreciate you being here. And then Hannah said, "Are y'all up determining your focus on this fine Monday evening?" Hannah, we wouldn't have it any other way. We would not have it any other way. We also got to finally meet Hannah in person, along with Logan, 2/3 of the Just Crate podcast.
We're meeting another third this week.
I know, another Star Wars celebrity. We're meeting. We have we have something cool coming up. We're not going to talk about it.
It's been a wild 2 months.
It's insane. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Maybe, potentially. We'll see. Okay. I'm caught up with chat. I thought I had more to go. Hannah said she missed us. We miss you too. Hopefully you got back safe. It was so good. It was so fun just watching that whole experience together in the theater. And we'll talk about it again a little bit later. Just it was insane. It was wild.
I cut my thumb on the scissors that I was using to open this box. I was pre-opening.
You're getting slash up this week, man.
I'm so beat up, dude. I don't know what is going on. I'm made of paper. My bones are made of glass. And my skin is made of paper.
Oh my god. Did you get the box open? Are you going to show to the class?
Yeah, I kind of want to, if that's okay.
Yeah, because I don't have mine on hand. Mine are at a more secure location. I don't trust packages getting delivered to my house.
I got a package. Hey. Look at this. Underworlds can be rebuilt. Thanks, Star Wars, for sending us these. Grayson has one too. It's a tube. So you can only guess that either it fits a lightsaber or a bunch of posters. Speaking of posters, though, look at this.
A little card.
Though. We will have our revenge. All right, I am ready. Thank you for watching Maul Shadow Lord Season 1 only on Disney Plus. Be prepared for Season 2 coming soon. I'm so excited.
It can't come soon enough, bro. It can't come soon enough. That is actually, I think, one of my favorite posters of the whole series, of like the each episodic weekly posters. Hannah said, "It's a tube.
It's a tube." Hey, Hannah. Hannah's the best.
Oh, Gabby, Focus Bozo, got to see her this past week too.
Yeah, we bumped into Gabby twice so far.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
She was directly in front of me in the theater. I could have given her a knuckle sandwich. Dude, you sniffing that poster right now?
Smells like printed papers. All right.
That is what posters are typically.
Let's see what we got. Oh wow, the first one's like, okay. So these are all the episode or like the drop posters that they would post on Instagram every week for Disney.
Dude, that one is so good. Matthew, by the way, over his jacket pocket, I'm pretty sure it says Rebel.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. It also says Rebel on the bottom of the backpack. So there's one.
Beautiful, beautiful.
There's one that's really cool.
Does it say the art on the bottom left? That's really cool.
It says original series now streaming, and then it has, I'm assuming, the logo of the artist on the bottom.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
that's sick.
Yes. I am so stoked on these, dude. Okay.
Where are you going to put them at?
I don't know at this point. I hung up the Vader poster out in the living room right here.
Dude, yeah, they hung up the Vader posters from 9 to 10. Oh, my God.
This one, really sick.
That one's really good.
Look at Spybot down there getting his own frame.
Gone but not forgotten.
Yeah, old friends not forgotten. All right, there's another one. And then let's see.
Is it?
I'm sure this one. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, how many of these are there?
I think there's 6.
Oh God, okay, that one's really cool. The Devin
this is
and
the
I.
Third. Yeah, with Devin right there, because it's the third one. Oh, your boy's in the chat.
Oh, hey, Keenan, what's up, dude? Go check out their new podcast. I believe it's Beyond the Play, if I'm not mistaken. They do a really cool PlayStation podcast. Go check them out. Go check out Comic Blast Keenan on Instagram. You'll go find it.
Here's another one.
That one's so good.
So sick.
Lawson.
With Maroc versus Devin down there too.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. I love this art. I love this poster. Could have used a little bit more Spybot, if you're asking me. And then
each of his pieces on each poster.
It's like the pieces of Exodia. It's like all different pieces of Spybot, or it's like a McDonald's toy where you buy the pieces and then you build it together.
Yeah, it's like a it's like build a fig.
Or it's like for Spy Kids 2, how you bought all the pieces and then it built the spider.
The little bug thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And then this one is so gas.
That one's awesome. It's Devin in the middle.
Really cool. Very cool.
That one's peak.
Yeah. Thank you, Star Wars.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm gonna
Star Wars.
I gotta figure out where to put mine. But Macbeth said I've assembled all 5 special cards. Yeah, no, seriously, like the art that they were dropping each week for every release is super cool. And then we got posters from the premiere screening and the finale screening, which was very cool. So we got I believe the one over your sign. Is that the one that you got sent to you, or is that the one from the event?
That one is the one from San Francisco.
Okay, gotcha.
The one that was sent to us was the one that it's just like Maul's eye, and it looks like the painted red and black.
Yeah.
That's the one that was in the PR box.
That's right. Yeah, mine is still in my poster because I don't have enough money to buy frames right now, so they're just all sitting in a,
Quickly, can I show this?
Yeah.
Burger King.
Oh my God! Wait, is that what I think it is?
It's the best card, dude.
Dude, yeah. Which, by the way, we tried. Dude, that is so sick.
Have it the
Is that
way.
a fully metal card?
Bro. It's like thick metal, dude. It's got the mud horn on the back.
What?
Yeah, very cool. And
So how does it work? Is it a gift card?
I think it's supposed to be a thing of like you can use it for like deals for the month of May. I'm
That's
pretty
crazy.
sure. But I have to edit the video, the end of our Burger King video, because we went to Burger King and did the menu stuff. Shout out to Zeb on my Zeb cup right there.
Oh yeah.
But we did the Burger King stuff, got the meals, tried everything, and they're sending another one of these for a giveaway to one person.
Oh, really?
So I have to run the giveaway as soon as I post the video. But
nice.
Yeah. Thanks, Burger King. Appreciate you. Star Wars Month is so much fun.
It was a lot of fun. We got to do that on May 4th when we were out in California.
Yeah.
For Shadow Lord, and so it's been full Mando Maul, which has been a lot of fun. But yeah, do you want to start? Just go and talk about episodes 9 and 10.
Yeah, we're gonna dive right into. Yeah, you want to talk about 9 first? I would assume.
I imagine we're going to go in chronological order.
Well, I didn't know if you wanted to just do like all of it as a whole, because it's very hard for me to like. I think the most fun part of these episodes is they were kind of like obviously like around or just under an hour long drops based on the size or like the times of the episodes. So like I kind of put them together as one. I know it's like 9 and 10, but
no, I figured we would talk about it just kind of collaboratively, like all one big package deal.
That works.
What overall? I wouldn't say initial thoughts. You've had about a week to simmer. We've watched these episodes multiple times. Thoughts?
Okay. Here, let me pitch a question to you.
Okay.
Is this the best Star Wars series since the Disney buyout?
Shadow Lord?
Mm-hmm. Or is there a series that like still? I know Rebels counts, so I'm assuming it's probably going to be hard for you to beat Rebels, but like
for me, this is my third.
Yeah,
this is at the moment just as one season. It does not beat out the 4 seasons of Rebel or the 2 seasons of Andor.
Yeah, I kind of figured Andor would be up there for you.
Now, if I'm talking single seasons of television, this is probably second for me.
That's how I feel. This season is, in my opinion, outside of maybe an Andor season 2, the most succinct and like the most well-paced from start to finish season of Star Wars television I think we have ever gotten.
I agree, especially when it comes to animation, because I think the first season of Clone Wars and the first season of Rebels, I'm like, those don't match to me this season. The only thing that beats this season for me, and this is not just animation, this is just overall Star Wars television shows. Like I could probably make a Mount Rushmore if I wanted to, or a top 5 of seasons. But like Andor season 1 is so good to me. I think about that season so often, especially when I'm rewatching clips of that, and it is like that is one that I crave to rewatch very often.
Yeah.
For me, things that are in the mix, like when it comes to individual seasons of Star Wars, Clone Wars season 7, Rebels season 3 or 4, but even season 2 though. Like I think season 1 is the weakest, and I think they each get better. Andor's season 1 and 2, and now this, like it's hard not to kind of jumble all of them together. But I think this has the potential to be the best Star Wars show or the best Star Wars animated show as time goes on. And for me, a lot of it has to do just with like bias or nostalgia. I think right now it's like because it is so succinct. I'm like, we talked about this a little bit. Like, it only feels kind of like the cusp of the further story. Like it really feels like if I'm reading a book series, it's like, okay, I read the first 320 page book in the series. And it's like when people talk about it, like very popular book series, they're like, oh, but wait till you get to book 3. Wait till
Yeah.
you get to book 4. And it's the ramping, it's the snowball effect, right? Um, People say that with like Game of Thrones and Breaking Bad and Walking Dead and all of this stuff of like, oh, but when you get to this season, right? I think
Yeah.
when Shadow Lord continues, people are going to be like, someone's going to watch season 1 and be like, man, that's so good. But then I can see like you're talking to your coworker, right? And you're like,
Right.
oh, season 1 is good, but dude, when you get to season 2, when you get to season
Yeah.
3, like I think it's just going to get better because really everything in this story, I would say, was pretty self-contained, which I really appreciated. It was like it's very centered on these core characters, but now they're off Janix.
Right.
Now Vader has been alerted. The Emperor has been alerted. Like all of these things have kind of literally launched them off into the galaxy. Where now I'm like, we probably have. Honestly, it feels similar to how when Rebel season 2 ended for me, where I was like, Rebel season 1 and 2 felt relatively contained, and then after season 2, it was kind of like, oh man, things are going to be different now from now on.
Yeah.
But it's like after this, after all the losses and the battles, and especially when the losses for Maul and for Devin, like I think the next season is going to be not completely different, but like it's going to be a lot maybe grander in scope because eventually, now he's with Dryden Voss and he's going to have to get to all of these bigger chess pieces that we see going further in the story. So that's kind of tangential, but that's how I feel.
I think so. I was thinking today about like first seasons of Star Wars series, as well as, I mean, it is a first season because a lot of these shows only have one season at the moment, like a Skeleton Crew or an Acolyte or an Ahsoka. I was trying to do my rankings. I think Ahsoka season 1 is still my personal favorite, personally. Then Maul Shadow Lord by a mile. I think after that, I was really trying to think of this of just first seasons or like shows that had like a contained one season and that was it. I really think my third is Tales of the Jedi.
It's hard for me. I agree, especially the Dooku episodes. I'm not the biggest. I like the Ahsoka episodes, but that is one of those shows where I'm kind of like, I didn't need the Ahsoka stuff in that. Like, I could have been fine and actually would have preferred in that season if they had been like, it's going to be Dooku and it's going to be Plo Koon, or so like another kind of, I wouldn't say obscure character because Dooku by far is not obscure, but Ahsoka. I mean, Tales of the Jedi came out in 2021, and Clone Wars had only ended a year prior. Or came out in 2022, I should say. So it had only come out like a year and a half prior. So I was kind of like, okay, like I want to get away from Ahsoka a little bit in animation, which is why I hope Ahsoka never shows up in Maul Shadow Lord, but that's neither here nor there. I do think I'm at this point now with Ahsoka where I'm like, I really want her story to be focused on Ahsoka the series, but I agree.
Just to round out the 5, I would say my fourth is probably Mando season 1.
Oh, so good.
And then 5th, probably Skeleton Crew.
Mando season 2 is also really good. I
was just going season 1s though.
Yeah. Oh, like first seasons. I think you're talking about
season or like just first season or just like a show that only has one season.
So this is go through your top 5 one more time.
Top 5. Number 1 is Ahsoka season 1.
Okay.
Number 2 is Maul Shadow Lord season 1. Number 3 is Tales of the Jedi, which only has the one season. Technically, it's the first season of the Tales of series.
Mm-hmm.
Then after that is Mando season 1. And then my 5th would probably be Skeleton Crew.
Yeah, Skeleton Crew is really not a bad pick. I agree.
I was trying to think. I'm like, under that, that's where it gets into like maybe, I don't know, dude. Maybe Andor, then the Acolyte, then Book of Boba Fett, then Kenobi.
You're doing your full ranking.
But then I'm like,
where does Visions?
oh,
Also,
I
like,
need to think of Visions.
Also, do you count like Tales of the New World and Tales of the Empire as separate season ones?
I think technically they would have to be because they're a different title.
Mm-hmm.
However, in my mind, I always like refer to that as season 2 of Tales of, season 3 of Tales of. That's just kind of how I lump them together.
I wish they did make it just called it Star Wars Tales, and instead of it saying season 1, season 2, season 3, it was Jedi Empire.
Maybe I'd put Clone Wars season 1 over The Acolyte.
I really couldn't tell you. Because I watched Clone Wars in chronological order, it's hard for me to remember what actually is the full season because it's out of order.
Say that again?
So Clone Wars is not in chronological order. I'm sure you know this.
Oh! I thought you meant like the seasons. Like, there's not a 1, 2, 3. I was like, but it's season 1.
Yeah,
I know
they're not.
I know what you mean.
But like, I think the first episode is like season 1, episode 22, and then it goes, and then there's another episode, and then it's the movie, and then it's like, because technically, would you say the movie is the first season? Kinda, because it kind of is, but it's not, So Clone Wars is this weird thing where I'm like, I can't even count the first season because it's like, it's such a weird, having to like look at the pin board. I think for me, I'm just gonna go top 5 here. Number 1 is Andor season 1. Number 2 is Maul Shadow Lord. Number 3 is probably Mando season 1.
I thought you would have Mando a lot higher.
Probably, and then number 4, Ahsoka. And then you know what? Number 5, I'm going to do Rebels season 1. I do really like season 1 of Rebels a lot.
I like Rebels season 1. I am such a where I like the Rebel stories that I like are from like Twilight of the Apprentice on. Like, I am such a fan of like
absolutely
what is considerably like the back half of Rebels. Like when I think of my favorite moments in Rebels, I would say so many more of those moments are in the back half of Rebels than the first half. You know what I mean? And the same thing with Clone Wars, like, but that's the thing. It's like, if I was to do like just seasons of television, maybe we'll do that for an episode one time after Mando comes out, where we just rank seasons of television, which would be fun. But
Hollow Knight's bringing up a good point. Bad Batch. We haven't even mentioned Bad Batch yet.
Oh yeah,
that first episode, I was talking to Hat Guy from Escape Pod at the showing, and he was like, we were talking about like best Star Wars animation stuff, and he's like, dude, people forget about that first episode of Bad Batch.
Oh my god,
like that's a movie. It's crazy that episode is an hour and a half long. I still do not understand that. I'm like, that is crazy. So
yeah. Hannah says Ahsoka. I'm assuming this is from like 1 to 5.
And she's just doing individual seasons, not season ones.
Okay. Yeah. So Ahsoka, Maul, Andor season 2, Bad Batch season 3, Mando 2. See, like I prefer Mando season 1 over Mando season 2 or 3, but I definitely prefer Andor season 2 over Andor season 1. I love Andor season 1. It's fantastic. Andor season 2 blew me away.
Interesting.
I love.
Did you ever rewatch Andor season 1?
I didn't rewatch every episode, but I did like a partial rewatch before going into season 2.
Okay.
I liked it so much more on the rewatch. Not to say I didn't like Andor season 1. I just, so much more of what I wanted out of that show was in season 2.
Sure.
Just for me personally and what I like about Star Wars, I really enjoyed season 2. For Bad Batch season 1 though, I'm trying to remember, where does Bad Batch season 1 end?
Season 1 ends when they go to Camino. Camino gets like wasted. Crosshair, they find out that
Cad Bane and stuff, right?
Cad is in season 1, but he's like, that's like a separate whole thing.
But the Camino thing
no. Cad is season 2.
Is it?
Yeah, Cad Bane is season 2.
Cad Bane? Oh yeah.
Camino, like they bomb Camino, and like they had to get Crosshair. Like Omega dives in to get Crosshair, and then Crosshair gets stranded on Camino, and that's where that ends. And then season 2 opens with them like on the beach and they're running from the crabs and all
You're
that
right.
stuff.
You're right.
But that's season. I think actually, people correct me. Is Cad Bane in season 1 or season 2? He's in 2 episodes of season 1. Okay, so Cad Bane is in those episodes.
So, but that's what I'm saying. It was like Cad Bane versus
and then he shows up again in season
Fennec.
3. Yeah,
isn't that season 1?
it is season 1. You're right. But then Fennec is in season 3, and so is Cad.
Yeah. Yep.
And the
minifig
Hera
in
Ryloth arc is in season 1.
Yeah. Cad Bane ship, the Lego set, has Omega in her season 1 outfit.
Mm-hmm. Also, this is a good point. When Gregor showed up on Tantus, bro.
Yeah, dude.
That's a really, and Scorch is just like mopping the floor with them. That was a fun. I like Bad Batch. I'm not as high on Bad Batch as other people are. I think it's a great show.
Bad Batch is really fun.
For me, Rebels is my Bad Batch. Where like I think if I watched Bad Batch at the age I was when I was watching Rebels, which again, I was watching Rebels when I was like 14 or 15. So I wasn't like a young kid, but to me it stuck with me of like, I'm such a fan of the McQuarrie stuff. And like the fact that show just unlocked a whole new world of like appreciation for behind the scenes of Star Wars for me, where I was like,
oh, Hannah, who wrote it?
Who did write it?
It was Miknovich, right?
Oh, is it really?
Isn't it?
I mean, I would assume so.
I would assume.
Did he write? Who wrote the premiere?
That I don't know.
I don't know. Either way, I mean,
Hannah would have to pop back in here. I'm
Matt mother effing Miknovich.
Yeah, let's go, Miknovich!
He's great. He's the best.
He's also just such a nice guy. Also, want to say we got double trouble in here with the Hollow Knight Marauders. We got Hollow Knight Marauders specifically in here.
John Marston.
And then we also look at this. We got at Jam the Jedi. Go follow if you have not already. I love Hollow Knight Marauders. I was on there with Hannah actually on what day was that? Thursday last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was so much fun. We talked about Maul, talked about Mando a little bit towards the end. It was fun. I always force them to do, or I don't force them. I'm just a bad influence where I think of things in determined focus style where I'm like, what would be the top 5?
Yeah, we're so bad. I was like taking out the trash earlier and I was like, we really just do that a lot, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun though. I like doing it. It breaks up stuff.
Helped write Siege of Mandalore. Bro, that guy's
he did.
insane. That guy's insane. Oh, I guess it's me, John Marston. Sorry, I just have to. It's like Red Dead is like a tick for me. Like you just like it's anyway, and Athena is goated. Anyway, so that's like our rankings of seasons. But back to like Shadow Lord talk. That your question was like, your original question was, is this the best Star Wars TV show, right? Or is best first debut season?
Is this the best first season of a Star Wars TV show?
I think it can. Okay, I think it can be argued yes, 100%. I think I'd say it's at least top 3 on like and I hate saying this, on a objective lens. I think it's like, again, objective is like, there's not really a way to look at this objectively. I do think it is what you said, the snappiest, the most well-paced, the most handcrafted, beginning to end, like bam, 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 each week, all killer, no filler, and just launches you straight into the action and then continues to propel you forward into the mythological season 2 that is coming soon. Yeah. I would say, okay, so then again, because we're determined focus and this is what we do, what is the Mount Rushmore of season 1s of Star Wars television?
Mando season 1.
Yep.
Maul Shadow Lord season 1.
Not even a question. I
don't think Rebels or Clone Wars makes it.
Unfortunately not. I do think, as much as you like season 2 better, I do think Andor is on there.
Probably.
And then it gets hard on this last one.
Can I be crazy and say Skeleton Crew?
I was going to say Ahsoka. And I know we have some nostalgia glasses on for Ahsoka. We both adore that show. Like that show just. But
I am a Division I Ahsoka glazer. I went
we
to
both are.
Ahsoka. I went to university. I studied. I got my master's degree.
I do think Skeleton Crew is worth noting. I just don't know if it makes it on there. I also don't think it's Bad Batch.
I don't think it's Bad Batch. Now that I'm thinking about it, probably Ahsoka. I just love Skeleton Crew so much, dude. I love Skeleton Crew. Maybe Ahsoka.
I love it.
Maybe it probably Ahsoka. Probably Ahsoka.
I think Ahsoka is a better overall story for me. I think Skeleton Crew is a little bit more niche.
Yeah, Ahsoka is definitely more my taste.
This is our Mount Rushmore. That's all I'm saying. But like, so we have Mando season 1, we have Maul Shadow Lord, and we have Andor season 1.
Probably Ahsoka. I'm going to say Ahsoka.
I'm fine with that.
I'm cool with Ahsoka.
I don't even.
I mean, I love us. I love that show. It's literally like.
And then honorable mentions, I would say Skeleton Crew, Tales of the Jedi, and Skeleton Crew. Did I say Skeleton Crew twice?
I think you did.
Skeleton Crew, Tales of the Jedi. What was the third one I was about to say?
Book of Boba Fett.
No. What am I blanking
Acolyte?
on, dude?
Bad Batch? Rebel season 1?
I swear I was going to say something else. I guess I duplicated Skeleton Crew in my mind. So I think the honorable mentions for me are Skeleton Crew and Tales of the Jedi for best season 1s.
Yeah, I agree. I
think those are
dude,
really good.
I love Tales of the Jedi so much.
Those Dooku episodes, dude, I just like it's that was where I remember when those came out, like we had been a little bit further removed. Well, Bad Batch season 1 didn't come out at that point, but we had been further removed from Clone Wars for a bit, and I was like, dude, the animation jump. Everyone is saying Skeleton Crew. Everybody's saying Skeleton Crew. Yeah. Wait, what is she saying?
She's saying not Skeleton Crew.
Does she not like Skeleton Crew?
I mean, from this comment that says, went around the galaxy for a vault of coin at home, I can't imagine that's a positive thing. That she's
still so
not
fun,
me.
though.
I love Skeleton Crew.
It's so good. Yeah. And yes, it did drop the same time as Andor season 1. That was a crazy like time period. I remember like I was in like a hurricane at that time when that was happening. I'm sure you were too. And I remember being like, or like very close to that. I remember it dropping and I like binged. I don't those.
Remember. When did Andor season 1 come out?
2022. It was in September. It started in August and then went into like October. And then Tales of the Jedi came out in September, in the middle of it.
When was the last episode of Andor?
Oh gosh, like beginning of October, probably.
Okay, I definitely remember that hurricane because that was the hurricane that potentially could have screwed up Steph and I's wedding.
Oh, that was when y'all were getting married?
Yeah, that was that month, October 2022.
Star Wars Insight, Rangers of the New Republic, and Rogue Squadron gotta be my top 2. I'm sorry. God. It's so funny. Hey, maybe one day. Good hurricane show.
No,
dude, I was funny. I was just sitting in my apartment and like, I'm very lucky that I had, whoa, Focus 10, Gabby Bozo. I mean, whatever. Gabby Bozo.
Gabby Bozo. No, Gabby's been a member for 6 months.
That's crazy. Oh, Hannah really remembers cool. it too. Yeah, I guess we were all just hunkered down watching Andor. I was also playing Last of Us because I just wanted to.
Yeah.
Oh, Stars Insight, member for 7 months too.
Appreciate you.
Now, here's a question that I have for you.
Okay.
Because we're determined focus when we do this. Is episodes 9 and 10, is it the best usage of a Vader appearance we have seen? Like, appearance, not main character.
We ranked this on HoloNet Marauders of the top 4 Vader cameos. My number 1 is Twilight of the Apprentice, by far.
I agree.
My number 2, personally, is probably Shadow Lord. My number 3 is probably Rogue One. I think that's an easy add. This 4th spot was interesting though when we talked about it, because I mean, I have a tattoo of it on my leg of Vader at the end of Clone Wars season 7, and I just think that is such a beautiful bookend. Like, you could not have picked a more beautiful ending to Clone Wars, the entire season 7, especially bringing back Clone Wars, and then you have that. But then there's also Vader popping up in Fallen Order.
See, that's so. I was waiting for you if you were going to say that or not.
Yeah.
For me, my top 3, and I could probably get into 4. Number 1 is Twilight of the Apprentice, just because of how good that is for the story.
Absolutely.
And that's even hard to say if that's a cameo, because I feel like that's more of like a very significant plot beat. It was kind of building up to it in the season. But I get what you're saying.
It's as much of a significant plot beat as Vader and Shadow Lord.
Yeah. But also, I think Shadow Lord is a little bit more like, whoa, like he just shows up, right? Like Rebels, he had been in there in the beginning of the season, he showed up in the middle of the season, and then he showed up at the end of the season. So it was kind of like a 3-act thing, and like you even get the vision with Ahsoka in the temple, which is a phenomenal moment, and in the Lothal temple of like her hearing Vader. But again, I think it still counts in this category we're talking about. But Twilight of the Apprentice, number 2 for me is Fallen Order. Like that, I rewatched that. Like after I played it, I rewatched that moment and I showed it to my friends who like didn't play games but were Star Wars fans so many times, and they were like, dude, and I was like, bro, I was like, when you're playing it, like it's insane. Like it's ridiculous. 3 is Shadow Lord for me. And that could go higher just because the fact that they first of all, homage to Splinter of the Mind's Eye, baby. Come on now. Dude. We talked about this a little while ago, or we posted about it. I think, or I posted about it on Twitter. We were speaking to Matt McNevitz and Brad Rao at the finale screening, and we saw on the way to the screening that like StarWars.com had posted that was a deliberate homage to the cover of Splinter of the Mind's Eye.
Thanks to Dave.
Thanks to Dave Filoni. We asked, we were like, it's like, whose idea was that? And they were like, that was Dave's. Like Dave came in and he was like, well, they're already in the jungle. Like, why don't you make it look like that? And they were like, oh, okay. And it's just so cool. But then the like Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers, like him
when he
being
puts his hand through the wall.
The what, dude? Like so cool. Like it's just like the stalker killer in the woods, and then even down to like shout out to Focus 2 honorary Focus member Luke's Outpost talking to Vanessa Marshall, saying that she told him, and also in StarWars.com, that the way Rook cast, which again, the way she just gets like just drug into the woods, and then you just hear that like that weird choke gargle sound, and it was her getting her lungs ripped out of her mouth, dude. Which is like insane. I mean, I don't even think we've ever seen anything like that's. Like some Death Trooper levels of like grotesque stuff right there.
Yeah.
And then 4th after Shadow Lord. What did you say? What did you say for your 3rd and 2nd?
I personally think it's Rogue One and One, like the Rogue One hallway scene, and then I would put Clone Wars season 7 over JFO, only because like I cannot express how much I love that final scene of Clone Wars.
It's so good.
Like I'll say it a million times. I literally have that final shot of the 332nd in the snow helmet with Vader in the T-visor walking away. That's tattooed on my leg. Like, that shot of him looking up at Morai is one of my all-time favorites. Oh my gosh. And he like drops the saber. Ugh.
Yeah.
I love that so much.
That is really good. And that's a different type of cameo too. That's more of a somber closure to the Clone Wars. That's the death epilogue of the Clone Wars. Yeah, it's really good.
I will say who just brought it up. Oh, Matthew Green brought it up. What about Vader in Kenobi? Vader is like a main character of that show. So I wouldn't say it's necessarily a cameo. If we're talking about Vader moments, him versus Obi-Wan is definitely up there.
That's a great moment.
But I wouldn't necessarily consider that a cameo, or at least in the same vein of use as Rogue One, Shadow Lord. Honestly, we might not even be able to call it a cameo though, because of whether or not Vader is used way more next season.
That's my thing. Is I'm like, I don't think we're done with him yet, right?
Absolutely not. No way.
Yeah, like there's no way he just shows up and he's like, okay, and I'm done now.
The way he's looking at the screen, like he's looking up, and there's that shot, and he's all dusty and dirty from having that building and all the ruins dropped on top of him. There's no way we don't see more of Vader in season 2. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
He's on a killing spree right now, and he wants to deal with Maul. Also, I keep seeing Tristan Vader's Order keep talking about it, but like the fact that he's only 23 in that moment that he's saying.
23. The stuff that has happened so far, he has gone through the first couple of arcs in the Vader comic. So he has gone through the adjustment of the suit. He has built his own saber, gone through the bleeding of the crystal on the Nexus on Mustafar. And I believe Master of Evil has already happened too.
I was going to say.
So this is now, I would say, Prime Vader. Like, this is like the strongest he is.
What about Fallen Order?
Fallen Order is not that far off. I mean, Fallen Order is 5 years after Revenge of the Sith. I'm saying like the brackets of Prime Vader of like he has just entered Prime status.
Okay, that's
so
good.
Like from like basically here until like I would say Kenobi, he's in his prime. Like he is he is at his youngest. He is at his I would say physically his best. Like, I mean, and we see it here in this fight. He's not breathing heavy. He's not breaking a sweat. Like, he is 3v1ing these people. Just like it's not even a problem.
Yeah, he's just messing with them, dude. He doesn't even have time.
Not even speaking, dude.
Yeah.
Like, which is again, who brought it up right here? Someone brought it up of like, not even that the fact that like he didn't even talk.
He doesn't even say a word. Yeah,
is just which was. We talked about this a while back. I don't know if we ever talked about it on stream, but I was like, I really hope if we get Vader, he just doesn't speak, and they nailed it. And I know there's the ethical dilemma of like with James Earl Jones right now and stuff. I believe the fix. I have a mental fix for that of like what they could do, of getting like a because we've had some pretty good non James Earl Jones voice actors and just using the data of James Earl Jones to just tune it up in the post process. But I think it honestly suits the story. And that's honestly why Shadow Lord is so high for me. And could be on a good day, number one, because of the effective usage of him being more of a force of nature, which they said in the screening as well. And the usage of him, rather than being in Rebels, he is much more. If the gradient or the spectrum is like Kenobi and the original trilogy is like Vader like speaking and like being a main character, like I would say that's like over there. And then Shadow Lord is like he's just like a presence sort of thing. There's like there's like in-betweens in there. Like I would say Rebels is kind of that in-between of like he's not necessarily a main character, he's like in between there. But I love that we got this like spot on the timeline, or the line of like Vader just being like, oh, we as an audience know who he is, but like to the characters, they don't even need to know he's a character. And Vader asks, "What are you? You're no Inquisitor, right?"
Yeah. You are no Inquisitor.
It's so good.
I think that's a great segue into meditation point.
I agree.
It's on the thumbnail. I posted about it on Twitter today. We also had some submissions on Instagram, some people writing in that I'll bring up some thoughts here. The question of the day that we did talk about, look, a lot of people are talking about it. Obviously, this is kind of like one of the big questions to come out of that finale. Talked a little bit about it with the HoloNet Marauders on Thursday last week, and Hannah. Does Maul know Vader is Anakin Skywalker? And before we go into it, I do want to read just some of the answers that we got, because I put a question thing on Instagram today and I also, just for fun, the thumbnail is literally just "Does he know?" Which is come on.
I know. I saw that, and it was so funny because my friend and I were joking about that meme the other day, yesterday. It's so funny.
Exactly why I did that. Shout out to Rockstars. Okay, Sneaky Zebra. Shout out Sneaky Zebra. Sometimes in the chat.
Yeah.
Given he never met him pre-Vader, I doubt it. It even took Ahsoka a while to figure it out. Star Wars Insight, who I know is in the chat, said he suspects it, but is not entirely sure. Blore on Mandalore, shout out to Australia. Not yet, but he picks stuff up pretty quickly. Gregory Nicholas says nope. Smilo Ren says not as of yet, but he will before series end. NATO Potato says not during episodes 9 and 10, but may in later seasons. Snips Cosplay says he probably suspects it after the Clone Wars season 7, but I don't think he knows for sure. To the John, hey, what's up, buddy? I know you're in the chat. I don't think he is fully convinced yet, but he may have an inkling. No, it can't be. I have some thoughts about that line specifically. Amos Digits says Sheeves. Oh, wait, no, it's 2 parts. Pieces together. Oh, wait, it's 3 parts. I'm so sorry. Oh my God, it's 5 parts. Maybe. I think he realized he was just familiar with how Jedi would fight, but he was also occupied with getting Devin to join him, fighting the Inquisitor and Vader, plus trying to escape to put all the pieces together. Now that he has a moment, I think it will hit him. He knew Anakin was key to Peepaw Sheev's plan and picked up on he was not so classically trained Sith, but something entirely different. Days Universe says no. Kobo Gardner says yes. Wes, what's up, Wes? Says, I think it would be quite silly if he didn't from the information he has. Lainey says, oh, shout out Lainey. After their first confrontation,
do we want to shout out her?
I'll shout out Lainey. Lainey was a little butthurt this week from me. After their first confrontation, yes, he connects the dots. Then Fulcrum Noah says, hold on, dude. There was a lot of responses.
I was about to say, yeah, a lot of people respond to this.
Probably similar to Ahsoka. Yes, a feeling, but no confirmation. Can't believe it. I put a pin in that because I want to talk about that specifically. And then there was one that said, Limitless Nerd, I know he's not in here, says, I don't think so. He said he's no Inquisitor. What are you? Hannah said, I feel like he has a suspicion at least, but isn't 100%. That's Spidey Gal Hannah. That's just great Hannah, not Rayside Hannah. We know some pretty cool Hannahs. We know some pretty cool Hannahs. Tony says, I don't think so, but the moment he realizes it and calls Vader Anakin in season 2 will be epic. And then there's one that said, or no, it was a comment, I believe, on our post that said, and this is something that I didn't necessarily agree with either, but just want to bring it up to do all angles. Somebody commented the does he know on our post. I didn't even see that. And then somebody said, MacMan said, I said no initially, but now I think he does because he knew of Palpatine's plan to turn Anakin. Somebody, I forget who it was, commented no, and I think that would ruin Vader's story. And I was a little confused by that. But now that we read a bunch from our lovely viewers and lovely members of Focus Squadron, I was sweating. Will really got the stream going. I did kind of pop off a little bit. What's up, Sonny?
Hey,
Sonny's here. What do you think? Because I have thoughts, but I would love to know what you think.
I honestly haven't thought too much about it yet. I agree with a lot of people. I think he suspects it. I think he definitely knows that this is a Sith Lord. Mm-hmm. I would say that there's no doubt, and I think it's more so of, okay, if this is a Sith Lord and Palpatine wanted to make Anakin his apprentice, is this Anakin? Because this is, from what I know, like, Maul doesn't know about what happened on Mustafar, right? And the same way that Ahsoka didn't know what happened to him in Rebels. But I think Maul has a little bit more attunement of how Palpatine works and how he uses things, and it's like, okay, he understands that this is like, Maul used to be this guy. right? Maul used to be the enforcer for
Right.
Palpatine. He was the soldier. He was the lapdog. Or not Palpatine. He does play Palpatine sometimes. But Sam Witwer has said in a lot of like, in Phantom Menace, Maul is very much the yes sir, no sir, as you wish. Like it will be done. I'll take care of it, sort of thing. Vader is that now. I think he understands that. Yes, this is not Inquisitor. This is definitely Palpatine's new apprentice, at least by the time they leave Janix. And now he's kind of like, when he says no, it can't be, it's like, that I think that's not necessarily confirming that he knows it's Anakin. He's definitely suspecting it. Absolutely. He's definitely thinking it. But it is more so him of being like, Palpatine's already sent his, like, Palpatine is really trying to get me now. Like, this is his new apprentice. This is the new Dark Lord of the Sith. As the episode is called, the Dark Lord. So that is a long way of me saying, I don't think he directly knows it's Anakin. He's definitely pondering it, and I think season 2, I think this one he's kind of like, he's pretty sure, but he doesn't. There's still a part of him that's kind of like, well, maybe it's not.
I think yeah,
it's like 75-25. I think
right. That's about what I'm thinking as well. I think, look, there's a lot of evidence as to why I think he does. Moments like, a lot of people brought it up in chat. A lot of people brought it up in the responses to that question. But like when he says, "You're no Inquisitor, what are you?" Initially, he knows that this is something different. Just by being in the same area as him, they don't even fight him after Rook is dead. Turns on his lightsaber. That's it. They immediately book it out of there. There's no fighting until that moment. I think. Or there's no like big fight until that moment. He says that he automatically knows this is not an Inquisitor. Who would be this thing with a red lightsaber that would be controlling Inquisitors, right? Maul understands what an Inquisitor is. He's almost warns Devin about it earlier on in the show, or at least in the season. Later on, after fighting Vader is still not saying anything. You get the moment where Daki is talking to Devin, and it cuts to Maul, and Maul is going, no, it can't be. That is saying no, it can't be, is you trying to convince yourself that your gut is not right. That what you believe in here is not what is going on. All the signs are there, but no, it can't be. You're trying to think it's something else. Then later on, he's talking to Daki, I believe the thing with Devin happens first, where it's just him and Devin, and Master Daki has walked off, and he says the thing about, I know how he fights because he was trained by the same guy who trained me, the most evil man in the galaxy, Darth Sidious, alluding to him understanding now. Not necessarily knowing this guy's identity, but understanding that this is his replacement. Then, before Maul crushes through the wall, or before Vader crushes through the wall, Maul is talking to Master Daki, and he says he knows how you fight. He already knows how you fight. And that's the moment where I'm like, Sidious wasn't training people or his underlings in the idea or in the way that Jedi fought. He was not training Maul to fight as if he was in the mind of a Jedi. He was training him to kill Jedi. He was a weapon. Dooku was not necessarily trained in lightsaber combat by Palpatine because he had already been a Jedi for so long. He was so much older than Maul. He was not really bred to be that weapon. It was more of a convincing him after he had already been so old, as we see in Tales of the Jedi. And then obviously there's Anakin, who grew up as a Jedi, was trained as a Jedi, and now understands how the Jedi fight. It's not Dooku. The only other option to Palpatine's apprentice, who understands how Jedi fight would have to be Anakin Skywalker, and that is because of what Maul says in Clone Wars Season 7. Anakin is the key. Palpatine has been breeding this the entire Clone Wars. All of it is falling into place. This, my old master, is finally getting what he wants, and it is because of Anakin Skywalker. Now, do I think that he thinks 100% that guy in the mask is Anakin Skywalker? No. But what I do think is his gut, and maybe even there's something weird of like he understands the Force essence, and a very much a thing like when he's in Clone Wars Season 7 on the Siege of Mandalore, and he's having those visions and he's hearing Anakin's voice, same as Ahsoka did. He hears these things and hears Anakin's voice through the Force. So I am no expert on how the Force works. It is my favorite thing to talk about when it comes to Star Wars, but I would like to think that Maul might have the ability to, in the presence of the chosen one, who Maul believes to be the key, would understand that that person is a little bit different, even inside that suit. And even later on, with the way he was fighting against Daki and Devin and even Maul, and the way that he's injuring them, I think he slowly starts to believe that that is Anakin.
Sure.
And here is my last thing on that. I think him knowing that, or at least 80% believing that Anakin is the one in the suit, is the exact reason why he got so scared, felt like he knew he was going to lose, and sacrificed Daki so he could get away.
Yeah.
Because of that fear of knowing, oh my God, this isn't just a Sith Lord. This is the guy who Palpatine bred to destroy everything that was a fabric of foundation within the galaxy over thousands of years. This is the guy who the key that Palpatine turned to knock everything down. And it's this guy in this suit. I'm getting out of here.
Yep.
So that's why I think, very much like, and I wanted to bring this up when reading the comments, very much like Ahsoka passing by Vader initially, and that entire time before Malachor, kind of starting to think that Vader is Anakin and starting to put those pieces together. There will be a moment very much like Anakin, very much like Ahsoka on Malachor, where it finally clicks and her worst nightmare is true. I very much think it's going to be the same thing for Maul, where his worst nightmare is going to come true. This is my replacement. This is who brought down the galaxy and served it to Palpatine on a silver platter, and Darth Sidious became the Emperor. And also, it's the guy whose master I killed and couldn't finish the job, and now he was taken over by Palpatine, and it's that realization of how much of a pawn he was. It's just too, the strings are so tight, and the story is so tightly wound there between Maul and Vader, or Maul and Anakin, if you will, because they're the same person, that I really think it's going to be a situation of he's going to just deny, but act as if he is until it comes to that moment. And now that's Anakin Skywalker. Truly.
I agree.
Yeah.
No notes. I think that's exactly how I feel. Yeah. And like I said, I don't know if season 2 will open with Vader. I think it'll be a little bit before we see Vader again.
You think we see Palpatine in the next season?
I hope so. I'd like
and
that.
If we do see Palpatine, do you think he's voiced by Sam Witwer?
When he was in the, it's weird because they got Ian for Bad Batch.
Right.
But Sam did the little one line in this show.
Well, it kind of sounded like a lot of the reason that was made that decision. Obviously, Sam had already played him in The Force Unleashed. But it sounded like, from what Sam replied to, the tweet I made about it, was that Brad Rao wanted that specifically because he wanted the same guy who does the voice of Maul to do all the voices in Maul's head.
Yeah, so. I agree. That makes sense. Yeah, I think that makes complete sense, and that so maybe down the line, in a non-visionary sense, it could be Ian. I don't know, but I mean, I think Sam does a great voice. So
Last question on this, if we're going to move on to rank Ferric. Do we think both two people or three people who found out Vader was Anakin Skywalker, in the moment they find out Anakin is Vader, or in the moment they realize, or they see Anakin, right? They see Anakin's face, is because Luke removes the helmet, Vader slashes or Ahsoka slashes the helmet, Obi-Wan slashes the helmet. Do we think Maul is going to get a hit on Vader and get another Vader helmet slash moment and see Anakin's face?
I think it'd be cool if we didn't.
Cool.
I think it makes the most sense if he does not. Because they don't need to have a heart to heart.
Yeah,
there's no reason for them to. I think if Luke took the mask off, or Vader or Ahsoka got one side, Obi-Wan got another. This Maul get a horizontal slash right across the eyes. He did that with
back of his head.
Yeah, it's just his ice cream head. His strawberry
ice cream. That bald guy's Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah. Like, I think Anakin Skywalker had a lot more hair from what I was told in the in the HoloNet.
The chosen was busted.
I think it would. I would prefer if they didn't, but maybe they do. I don't know. I think it'd be interesting because of Maul being a Darksider. I think it'd be cool if
I think it would be cool to see Vader's face exposed. Maybe it's not from a hit, but something happens and Vader's helmet is busted. It becomes exposed, and Maul sees his face and then is instilled with fear of oh my God, he did the same thing to you. You know what I mean? Of he used you the exact same way. What did he do to you? And there's that realization of I was used and you were used in the exact same way. And we are both living embodiments. I don't have legs. You're in this big suit. Look at your face. You're living on you have to live in a Bacta tank. I do think that it would be cool if Maul's fear was realized seeing Anakin's face. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Matthew Green, I think we're more so talking about these big characters, because Thrawn also finds out that Anakin is Vader. There's other characters that find out that Anakin is Vader, but we're talking more so in a main saga sense of I wouldn't count Goth or Thrawn or anybody like that really in this conversation.
Don't the leftover handmaidens also figure out that Vader is Anakin?
Yes, it's not people. It's other people are doing it. So
yeah,
we're talking not to diminish Thrawn or all these other people, but more so people of galactic importance.
Yeah, people of Force lore importance, at least.
Yeah, intrinsically tied to Anakin's story, I would say.
Right.
You mentioned Rank Ferric.
Is it time?
It's time.
Think Ferric.
Welcome back to Rank Ferric, everybody's favorite clip farming segment of the Determined Focus podcast. Don't call me Uncle Owen, because I'm not farming moisture. I am farming clips. We have 2 Rank Ferrics to do on this segment.
We got a big boy and we have a standard.
I feel like we do the standard first, probably, just to get it out of the way.
Oh, I want to do that one last.
Okay, I just feel like the big boy's going to take a long time, and we still got Mando to talk about. We didn't even talk about the finale event either.
That's why I wanted to talk about. Yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit. But that's why I wanted to do the standard one, because that transitions into the Mando stuff.
Oh, you're right. Okay, yeah, let's do that.
So we posted a clip from a while back of the top 4 / Mount Rushmore of lightsaber hilts.
Right.
To be clear, this was not our personal top 4.
No,
we have very different top 4s, I would say.
I think only one of them from the Mount Rushmore is on my personal top 4.
Because we did Luke, Green, the Skywalker,
Vader,
and Mace,
and then Mace Windu. Yeah.
Yep.
So only one of those is mine.
Do you have your personal top 4? We could rank those off. Just rattle those off real quick.
Oh, my personal top 4 is easy. Luke Skywalker, green, V2. Ezra's, V2. Ahsoka's, katana, sabers, and then Count Dooku's Sith Blade. Those are my top 4 easily.
Yep. For me, number 1 is Kanan Jarrus, his blue detached saber. Number 2 is Luke Green. Number 3 is probably Kylo Ren's, and then 4th, probably Ahsoka's whites. I really like Ahsoka's whites. Those are good.
Yeah,
ones.
I'm
But
just now thinking I don't have Dooku's. That's the only one of the top 4 that I don't have.
Well, yeah, I don't have Ahsoka's whites, but also I really like Cal Kestis's. I'm a big fan of Cal's, like Jar Paul to Cal Kestis. Oh, and that one's so good too. Oh wait, I'm so dumb. Yeah, that's in my. Oh gosh, that's my 3rd. The Ezra 2 Sabine green is my 3, and then Kylo is my 4. I'm gonna do that. I don't forget about it. I track lightsaber lore like a mad person. There you go.
I just need Dooku's, and that's literally my top 4.
That's beautiful. That's a beautiful sight.
These are fantastic lightsabers.
So good. But someone asked for us to do the Determined Focus top 10 lightsabers of all time.
Right.
So let me get a notepad out, or let me get my notepad out of my phone here.
I can pull up a Google Doc if you want.
That'd be amazing.
Let me do that.
I'm gonna start listing off some of my own that I think should make the list.
I think we agree on what the number 1 is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I'm gonna just start listing off ones that I think should make it in the top 10, not necessarily the specifics.
I don't know why I've had the Link music stuck in my head all day.
Like,
isn't that from Link? Isn't that from Zelda?
Maybe.
Tony would know.
Gosh,
Tony
this is
would know.
tough. Oh yes, I'm putting this on here. Now I'm definitely putting this on here. We'll see what. Oh, to the John, I did a video about this a while back, Aura Farmers, but I would love to do that. I would love to do that. Okay. Are we both putting Luke Green at number 1?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. Let's not even waste the time, dude.
Luke Skywalker Green.
Now, I feel like logically I know what number 2 is for both of us.
Okay.
Ahsoka White.
Absolutely. Ahsoka. Okay.
Now, what are you thinking for 3? Because I got a couple, but I don't know. Oh, wow. All right.
I tried to mute it, but I didn't hit the button in the right place. Apologize, viewers at home.
Oh, yeah. For us, absolutely. Yeah. Ezra 2, Sabine. VAT saber.
Okay. Now, I would love to know what you think number 4 is, because this is kind of where I go at it. Thank you, Josh. Josh said well too.
I think weird. So I saw you comment this a while back, and I'm honestly shocked. I could see this being in our top 10 in some variation of it, but I'm kind of thinking between the two. Like, we're thinking where our headspaces are at. Shadow Lord Maul
for the 4th,
or at least like in that 4 to 6 range.
Can I be honest? I love that saber. I think it might be closer to the bottom of the list. Do you want honestly what my number 4 I think for both of us is is the Ronins.
Oh, okay. I will say mentally I was only thinking cannon hilts. But if you want to do Ronin, I'm game.
I think it's Ronins.
Let's do
Personally.
Ronins. Let's do Ronins.
Okay.
I have a request.
Is it Kanan?
I'd like for him to be in the bottom hemisphere. I know you're not as high on it.
I definitely prefer Kanan's over Ezra's V3.
Oh, yeah.
Just the utility of like being able to build it yourself and how it's really cool.
For me, I mean, realistically, I'd probably put that at like 6. That's one of my favorites. But yeah, like I mean, if I'm trying to think of the law of averages right now, it's not like Beyond the Dune Sea. And then I do think I think you like this one as well, and I'm curious where you'd put it. I think Kylo Ren should be on here. No?
That was probably going to be my 10.
Okay. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Where do you want to put Dooku's? Because I am fine with Dooku. I was thinking like 8.
I was thinking either 7 or 5.
Let's do 7.
Yeah.
Because I do like Dooku's. I like Bluku a little bit more, but I do really like Dooku. I like the way his blue sounds. I know you. Okay, people are getting a lot of comments about this. Darksaber. You're not as high in the Darksaber. I like the Darksaber.
I would probably put the Darksaber at 9.
That's cool with me. That is great. Now we have one glaring one that I'm shocked is not on here, and it might make a great number 5. I don't know how much you. That's not what I was thinking, but that's a good one. I was going to say Qui-Gon.
Oh, boy.
But I don't remember how much you like that hilt or not.
I really like Qui-Gon's. See, but my thing is, I think the older I get, I love Qui-Gon's saber. I think I like Obi-Wan's V1 more than I like Qui-Gon's.
I've kind of grown on it too, dude. I think ergonomically, the Qui-Gon makes a little bit more sense. But
yeah,
Obi-Wan
Qui-Gon's
V1
is literally the same mentality of Ahsoka's katana blades, where it is a samurai sword hilt, but it is just in the form of a full non-curved lightsaber blade or lightsaber handle.
Mm-hmm.
And Ahsoka's is of the same vein. It just has the curve.
Yeah.
So
now, how do you feel? I think you like the V1 better, but does Obi-Wan's like old Ben Jedi Master Saber make the list? Because I like
love that saber. I will say if I have to pick one of Obi-Wan's, it's probably Phantom Menace. Okay. And Luke's green is already on there, and that, in my opinion, is the better version of Obi-Wan's blue.
Mm-hmm.
Like his Kenobi, Revenge of the Sith, A New Hope.
Now, do we want to put Shadow Lord Maul on here at 8? Because I really like that saber. Especially like with it being split into like the crystal version and then like his original Phantom Menace, like, and being able to detach and stuff. Like,
yeah.
But I don't know if you like that one that much. I really like that one.
See, I like it, but my thing is, I feel like the side that is not the Phantom Menace side really carries it for me.
I agree.
I'm not the biggest fan of the Phantom Menace side.
The only reason it shoots up for me is I used to. Okay. So as a kid, I loved the Phantom Menace side of it. And then I got older and I was like, actually, I don't like it as much. But now that Devin is using it, it shot up for me, or I'm like, ooh.
Can I say, because Devin is using it, it doesn't, in my head, now that is Devin's red blade?
Well, we don't know for a fact if she owns it. Like, is she going to keep that
what
forever?
Other lightsaber is she going to use? Are they going to, they're not really going out to kill Jedi and taking lightsabers, you know?
I guess so, yeah.
So
maybe. Someone made a good point. I don't hate this. Rey Yellow?
I don't know if it makes the top 10 for me, to be completely honest.
Okay. I really like it.
I mean, it's cool. I really like it. I do like that it's yellow. Shout out to Connor at Beyond the Dune Sea. But I just don't know. I think look, I don't necessarily like how bulky the saber is. I do like the ignition. Like
That's
the switch.
Yeah, the switch.
I really like it.
I like the wrapping on it. I like that it's made from her staff. I think that's cool.
It is cool. No, it's extremely cool.
Okay, so
maybe...
you said Balin earlier.
I think if I had to, I would go Obi-Wan, Phantom Menace, and then maybe Balin.
Okay. I am going to say something. You good?
That was probably the loudest sneeze I've ever sneezed, and I'm so happy I was on mute for it.
Wow.
My eyeballs almost just popped out of my head.
Okay. I'm glad they did. As much as I like Phantom Menace Obi-Wan, I don't like it more than Darksaber or Kylo Ren.
Okay, so you want to move Kylo Ren and Darksaber up?
Either that, or I was going to say, and I know it's not our favorite, but I do think the Skywalker saber is like even if it not being like our like personal like favorites. I'm kind of shocked that it's not in our like because of the story implications. Like I feel like we still both like that saber, you know?
Yeah, I just like so many other sabers more than it.
But when you think about Empire Strikes Back, bro, think about Empire Strikes Back.
Truly, I know. It is the lightsaber.
That's my thing.
I'm just like, I don't know. I like so many other lightsabers more than it.
I like them a lot more stylistically, but that I'm like, when I see like Bespin Luke running around with it on his belt, I'm like, ugh, that saber's so good.
Are there any from the High Republic that we're missing?
Between the two of us, there's not. I wouldn't put any.
That's what I was going to say. It was like I just wanted to throw it out there before.
Like the Strangers is cool, but it doesn't break my top 10.
No, not at all.
So my personal like little list that I made, I had Luke Green, the Skywalker saber, Darksaber, Ahsoka White, Kylo, Qui-Gon, and then Darth Maul, or Maul Shadow Lord specifically, and then I did have Cal Kestis, but I'm fine if Cal doesn't make the list. That was my.
I'm not the biggest Cal Kestis saber guy, to be honest.
Dang, man. It's so clean, bro.
It's cool. Okay. I definitely prefer without the two little Kylo Ren things on the side.
Well, yeah, that's the cross guard.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of I'm just not a big fan of cross guard in general outside of Kylo Ren.
Okay.
To be honest.
A lot of people are asking light whip. No.
There's nobody. You're not putting the light whip on the top 10 list. I apologize.
I think the light whip is cool. It's just I am so much of like, I really am such a single blade fan. Like that's just what I just love, the knight look, the samurai look, the one blade. That's just for me. I do like a double blade from time to time, but I'm not really a big light whip person. To the John asked Starkiller Rom Kodas.
Starkiller's V2 is a lot I prefer over V1. Like with the leather on it. The exposed crystal is cool and all that stuff, but like
if Huang falls one more time, I'm gonna go crazy.
What does that even mean?
Dude, I have my Huang Black Series just keeps like kicking the bucket. Like he's like, but he'll fall over at the most random times, dude. It's so annoying. Funny. Inquisitor Splitting Blade. Nah. I mean, I like Maul's Inquisitor, but I wouldn't put it in my top 10.
No.
What if we moved Darksaber up to 8, Obi-Wan Phantom Menace down to 9? I could be fine with that.
So switch 8 and 9?
Yeah. Are you cool with that?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I do like the Darksaber. I will say I prefer the Clone Wars Darksaber where it's like square and angular.
I like it seems skinnier.
Yep.
The prop, like the real life prop, is crazy chunky. I think that's peak. Will is dying, guys.
I'm getting like
Mace Windu's is more iconic than Kylo Ren's. Probably true. However, this is our list, so this is our top 10 lightsabers right here.
I am cool with this being the top 10.
I dig it.
Read them off, please. top to bottom.
Top to bottom.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. At number 1, we have Luke Skywalker return.
Oh, sorry, bottom to top. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. Sorry.
At number 10, we have Kylo Ren's crossguard from the sequels. We have at number 9, Obi-Wan's Phantom Menace, V1 hilt. At number 8, we have the Darksaber.
Yep.
At number 7, we have Count Dooku's or Darth Tyrannus's. Yep. At 6, we have Kanan Jarrus. At 5, we have Balin's Skull.
Yep.
4, we have Your Lightsaber Blade is Red, the Ronin. At number 3, we have Ezra V2, or later given to Sabine. Number 2, we have Ahsoka's white lightsabers, her dual katanas. And then at number 1, we have Luke Skywalker, Return of the Jedi, green.
Hold on.
It makes it our definitive list, Matthew Green. And
it is the definitive list of Determined Focus podcast. No. Seth, love you to death. What you talking about, Willis?
People really like Palpatine's saber, bro.
And I don't understand it.
Like, I love when Palpatine uses it. It's cool. It suits him. I just don't like it.
I would rather Palpatine have a flipping Attack of the Clones lightsaber. I'm going to blow my nose and maybe take a Zyrtec, and then I'll be right back.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay?
I will speak to the crowd.
Have fun in chat.
What is everybody's favorite lightsaber? I'm curious. HD said, why is it Ezra V2 and not V1 since V2 is a standard saber and V1 is unique? We're just not a big fan of the blaster saber, to be honest. We like the sound. We like the look of the V2. I'm just not a big fan of the V1. I think it's better in Kanan's hand anyway. I think it's a fun gimmick saber, but I'm glad it gets destroyed and he goes for a standard saber. I am a sucker for a standard saber. I don't like... There's not a whole lot of sabers for me where I'm like, oh, and it has this feature where I'm like, hey, like other than Kylo's right there, that one, because it has story implications and stuff, it's not. Just not a fan of the Glock saber. I mean, it's cool. It's fun. After Shadow Lord, I really like Marok's. I really like Marok's double-bladed helicopter. No Electrum saber representation. Electrum is overhyped anyway. Overhyped. These are both base takes, Wes. I completely agree. To the John, my favorite of the Thin Necks. Oh yeah. Luke Screen and Obi-Wan V2 are my favorites, and then Dooku. Yeah. Oh my, you're cooking. And I agree. The white is so good. We weren't really doing Legends. I mean, Legends, there's a lot more in there. I like Revan's Red, which is like his just kind of simple, like silver and like copper/gold lightsaber. I don't like his purple lightsaber. I'm not a fan of that one. That one is really uncomfortable to hold. It's kind of yeah, Rey. Sonny, when Rey comes back, I've always said that she needs to upgrade her saber to make it double-bladed, because I want to see a main Jedi with a double-bladed lightsaber, and I feel like Daisy's already so good with it anyway, so I'm like, would it be dumb for her saber to be double-bladed? Like, I like the single blade, but I think it'd be cool if it was like a little bit longer, and like it was especially because like Darkseid Rey has that really cool like collapsible red saber that's like also double-bladed, so I'm like, why does she not have one? Plagueis' saber pike. So it's weird. In the book, they don't describe him having a saber pike, but all the toys said he had like a pike and you could take the saber out of it. So I was like, I don't remember them mentioning that ever in the book. And then yes, Gungi you did mention. I like Gungi's. It's not my favorite, but I do like it. And the Darksaber is peak. Before Will comes back, I just wanted to say thank you all for being so supportive. I say this every week. We've had a crazy month. It's been insane. We have another thing coming up in 3 days. Truly, again, we'll talk when Will comes back. We'll talk about it a little bit more. It has been my dream for years to do this. So I'm so excited. Oh, is he back?
Hey,
Hey, he's back. I was asking people about their favorite sabers, and I was asking if people wanted Rey's to be double bladed. It'd be so sick if she had the double. It makes sense with her. Yeah, I agree. Especially in Force Awakens, she's like moving with that staff. So I'm like, give her the double bladed. Like Daisy would kill that. Rey absolutely needed the yellow, but double bladed for the entirety of 9. That would have been sick too. I think it'd be cool if, as she's a Jedi Master or Jedi Knight, she is the double bladed. I've always been a fan of that. I was a big fan. Like Jedi Academy always had this thing where like you start the game and you have a single saber, and then you lose your saber in the middle of the game when you become a Jedi Knight, and you get to choose if you either want another single, a double, or 2. And I always went from a single and then went to a double bladed because I thought it was cool to be like create my own. So I guess, and I think about it in that vacuum, I'm like, man, I'd really love if Rey just like extended her saber a little bit. Like, dude, you know that one from that Old Republic trailer where it's that girl, she has the saber and it like pops out.
Yeah.
And it like, that I thought Rey would just crush, you know, like to have it where it's like, and then double bladed, like, sick.
Doesn't she have a double bladed blue in the Rise of Skywalker original treatment?
Yes, for Duel of the Fates.
Duel of the Fates,
which people have been making AI slop videos of.
Barf.
I saw one of the grossest videos of that, like that AI art, and it looked like garb. I was like, dude, look, again, I'm glad we have Rise of Skywalker, man. I people really were like, oh, we should have got the Duel of the Fates thing. I will take Rise of Skywalker every day over Duel of the Fates. Specifically because they tried to do a Poe-Rey romance. Weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
Colin, you're not slick.
I was about to say, it was like, is this Colin or is this Spencer?
That's definitely Colin.
Before we move on, or not before we move on, we should move on to the next rank Ferric to transition to Mando stuff.
Yes.
This is the Mount Rushmore of Mandalorian helmets.
Absolutely.
Go ahead and take. Yeah. There you go. There you go.
Boba Fett.
Now,
Boba Fett, where?
Dude. By the way, did you see the new that they did a Mando Grogu wrote Family Guy?
Yeah, for the Family Guy stuff.
I was like, please do more. Oh, Insight, Kyle Katarn. Great lightsaber. Okay, number 1 is Boba Fett. Obviously. I know you're about to say it.
Maul DeLorean.
Gar Saxon. Like, yeah.
Has to be on the list.
People really like it. I'll let you have it.
It's so cool, dude.
It is cool. It's just too much for me.
I know, but that's like part of it that makes it so cool. It's like those people they're so far gone from being Mandalorians that they have been tainted by Maul, and literally they're cultists.
Yeah, I agree.
So
I agree.
Yeah.
I think for the reasons why I don't like it though, I like casts better.
Sure. Yeah.
I think she has the better female Mandalorian helmet than I like Bo-Katan's. I like Sabine's. I don't think they make the top 4.
I like Bo's. I really like Bo's.
Do you? Okay.
The Armorer.
Hold on, I'm going to bring this up. Rhaegal Hardeen helmet based on Boba concept. I'm not counting that as a Mandalorian helmet because in lore it is not, but that is one of the cool. I love that helmet. I love that
helmet
concept.
Rules.
I don't know about the armor.
But who are your other 2 then?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I mean, I probably would put Din's.
It's just simple.
I think that's why it's good. I think it's got the poking down. I think the no antenna. I think the pure Beskar look really elevates that for me.
Okay.
And I think
it is a Mount Rushmore, so probably Din's.
And I'm looking at it over your shoulder, and I'm just like, dang. Like, I was rewatching the opening scene of Mando season 1, and I know we talk about this a lot with like the brown armor Mando, but the contrast of when he had the silver helmet to the brown armor just made that like helmet so iconic to me for some reason.
It is outside of Boba Fett. It is the most iconic Mandalorian helmet.
Yeah. It's not the flashiest, and I think that's why I prefer Din's over something like a Gar Saxon, but I do think Gar Saxon's Mandalorian makes it on the list for that reason.
I'm going to be honest. I think Bo's might be on the list.
It probably is. I do think it is.
Bo-Katan's I think has to be on the list.
She had the first Night Owl style helmet, right?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have that in the original like comics and stuff.
Mm-mm. Yeah, they didn't. Yeah, I just podcast. I would argue this is more armor as a whole. I like the all black. I prefer classic Boba over all black.
I also like, if we're going with just variants of Boba Fett, all white proto Boba Fett with only the red and the green on it. Like, absolutely.
And I know this doesn't count because they're not Mandalorians; they're more so Imperial Super Commandos. But the Mandalorian Super Commando—that's a good one. That's a good one.
Those Imperial Super Commandos are the coolest looking, dude. I really love those guys,
and I love that they're Imperial. They're like kind of offshoot Mandos. Like,
yep. Oh, they're so cool looking, dude.
They're really cool.
If I had like an OC and I needed like Mando armor, it would be repurposed Super Commando armor. No question. That helmet is so sick. It looks like an ODST helmet.
I don't think you know what an ODST helmet looks like.
Like it's one of the option helmets. It looks like one of the option helmets.
Oh, you're thinking of Recon.
Yeah.
You're thinking Recon. I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't think about that. Yeah. That's kind of cool. I dig that. Yeah. Well, because they also technically the Imperial Super Commandos are in Rebels are Mandalorians, right?
Right.
Those guys are the ones that
they're like
are
red,
and they're like the white and red. But then
that's Gar Saxon.
Gar Saxon's guys, yeah. But then the ones in Mando season 3 are just like souped up Imperials, right?
Yeah.
Did we mention Jango's? Well, technically Jango's is Boba's. So
yeah.
And I think Boba's is better. I think Boba, the green and the red with the weathering and the dent in the helmet is like, and the antenna is just peak, bro. Like that helmet. It's so good. You want to, so Mount Rushmore of Mandalorian helmets. Boba Fett.
Yep.
Din Djarin the Mandalorian.
Yep.
Gar Saxon / Maldalorians.
Right.
Bo-Katan Kryze.
I think those are the 4.
If I was on Sundari and I saw there was a giant and I saw those Mando helmets, I'd be like, yeah, those are good.
Yeah. Dude, imagine they made a Maldalorian Black Series helmet. I would get that, dude.
I do like this one, not Mount Rushmore, but I do like Finn Rao's pilot Mando helmet. That one's fun because it's kind of like the clone attack, like pilot helmets, which I really like. Would Revan's mask count? Not really. I'm not counting it. I'm counting like a true Mando. There's also in Legends, there's the Mandalorian Stalker helmets, which are really cool. But I agree. Gar Saxon's is probably the weakest of how iconic they are, but they are, I think, burned into people's head of like, it's like a distinct phase of Mandos. Honestly, honorable mention is, and it's not my favorite, but I do kind of like it for the originality. Pre-Vizslas with the 2 antennas.
Really good.
I like that one. Now it's a fun one.
Yeah.
But we are 11 days away.
11 days
from the Mandalorian and Grogu in theaters. And you and I got a very special privilege. I'm going to just say thanks to Star Wars for coming in clutch for this. It was very last minute, and we got to watch in California right after the Maul finale, and we'll talk a little bit about that in a second, just kind of the whole experience. But we got to see the first 20 to 25 minutes of The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yeah.
Dave Filoni showed up.
Yeah, dude. He showed up and like introduced everything.
We had just seen him like an hour and a half prior at the Maul finale.
Yep.
Alongside
not even an hour and a half, dude. Like,
yeah,
maybe an hour.
Yeah, it was
Maybe
an
even
hour.
less.
Yeah, we rushed over there, left the theater, booked it across Los Angeles to make it to the screening.
From Burbank to the Grove.
What game two? I will do a spoiler warning because I want to talk about some stuff that happened. This is stuff that other YouTubers and people have talked because people have seen this footage for the movie for a couple of weeks now. So this is not anything like new to the internet, you know. But
I will say, I think the end of what we saw is a little bit more than, because I talked to Nikhil and he messaged me. He was like, "When did your footage end?" And I told him, and he was like, "Yeah, we didn't see that."
Oh,
it's interesting to me.
So we got to see a little bit more.
Apparently.
Yeah, because I think I remember Alex and Molly saying that it ended like on Shikari, like they like got to Shikari and then it kind of like, and it was the Martin Scorsese character and then it ended there. And I think we saw a little bit more.
Yeah, we saw more.
Yeah, and that's not spoilers or anything. That's like stuff you've seen in the trailers. Yeah, Will's reaction was on a couple reels posted by Star Wars. As Will's like,
yeah, dude, I was geeking.
And there's one that you can barely see my face cut off, so I'm in it too.
I was geeking out, dude. Star Wars in the movie theater, man. I'm an easy sell.
Yeah, it's awesome. But the experience was really cool. We booked it over to the Grove in LA. Got to watch it with a packed theater with some other creators too, which was really fun.
Yeah, some of our friends were in there. It was really cool.
Yeah, and Dave came out. He introduced it. He was talking about how proud he was of John and how hard working the hard work that they did. We were in an IMAX theater and we watched the footage. What did you think?
I mean, I was so surprised with how sold I was after watching that first 20 minutes.
Yep.
Truly. Like, look, I was excited for Mando and Grogu going into it. But it is that thing of like, how is this going to translate from a TV show to a movie? And it wasn't like I had any doubts, but it is that thing of like, will it work? You just don't know. Worked. Fully worked. I was so happy watching it because everything that happened, I was like, oh, this is great. This is great. I had no worries. The more we watched, the more sold on it I was. It was great.
Yeah, I completely agree. I posted a video earlier today of just some like small thoughts, and I basically said the same thing of like, when this got announced as a movie, it kind of felt like, oh, it's like, is a movie the right direction for this character? Is this what should be the first thing for Star Wars back in theaters? I really love The Mandalorian, like, you know, and admittedly, like, I was not like the biggest fan of season 3, like that's my weakest season for me, and so I was kind of like, you know, okay, it's like I'm like, at that point, I was kind of like, I'd rather have a season 4 than a movie.
Yeah,
but I was still excited.
We were told over and over again, like, oh, there's a season 4. Oh, it's a movie. There is a season 4. It's a movie. And we were like, it was kind of back and forth for a while, at least in terms of like the internet speculating.
Sure.
So we didn't really know it was a movie until a little bit after, but very, very happy with how it went.
Yeah. So we watched the footage. I loved it. It moves really quickly in a good way.
Oh my gosh, the pacing was awesome.
Like there's things that you're thinking. With the point we got to in the screening, I was like, okay, that's not going to happen till halfway into the movie.
Yeah,
it happens at 25 minutes in, and I was like, wow, okay, so like we still have a full 2 hours ahead of us. I was like,
right.
There's like they really get to the main plot. I think it's good for general audiences the way it throws you into the plot. Like I said earlier, visually was blown away, especially in IMAX. If you get the opportunity to watch this in IMAX,
please do yourself a favor.
It's worth it. There's people online being like, "Oh, this looks so gray. It looks so sloppy." When you're watching it in theaters, I can promise you, it does not look like that. It is whatever like screenshots or YouTube compression or whatever it is. Like when you're in theaters, I was like, "Wow, this look like the CG looks good." The lighting looks good. The effects, like there wasn't a shot where I was like, "Ooh, that looks a little rough." Like it was just
looked great.
It looked like it was more on that movie budget, you know?
Yeah.
And the shots people were like saying that looked gray and stuff is like on the snow planet. where everything is white and gray, and I'm like, and you're watching it, and I'm like, yeah, it's like a blizzard. Like you're like,
Are you telling me it doesn't look gray on Hoth? Like,
yeah, well, because I just be like, oh, it's like blue, like it's it's Hoth, it's colorful, and I'm like, well, yeah, because it's clear blue skies on Hoth. I'm like, it's not like a torrential downpour of snow.
Right.
So, people will call Skittles gray out of habit, very overblown talk. Yeah, it's like it's ridiculous. But yeah, I had a blast. The music, yeah, Lainey, I literally jumped to hyperspace with him. Yeah, and then she said, where was it at? The music on Shikari, so good. Like it sounds awesome in theaters, man.
Sorry, I had to blow my nose again. Yeah, it sounds really good.
Yeah, it's like yeah. And I was like, yo, this music is bumping. Overall, though, I got really excited, especially like I mentioned, like, oh yeah, and Dolby Atmos would also be amazing. Like the sound, like it's I'm a big fan of that stuff.
The best part, I think, of watching it was being in a room packed with Star Wars fans. Like, and you already know that when you see the movie, it's gonna be packed with Star Wars fans. But there is that thing of like, Star Wars is such a big IP, potentially the biggest IP outside of Marvel, that like people just go to see to be like, you know what? I'll go see a Star Wars movie. Like, oh, Star Wars is back. I'll see Star Wars. Mm-hmm. Like it's just a thing that like people, when you think of movies, you think of Star Wars a lot of times for people. It's just one of those franchises, and rightfully so. But being in that theater packed with Star Wars fans, reacting to different things and clapping and the jumps and just like the verbalizations that people had and the sound effects that they were reacting to and things that people were reacting to on stage, that 20 minutes is one of my most enjoyable 20 minutes in a movie theater I have ever had, just because everybody was in such a good mood and everybody just wanted to watch this thing. It didn't feel like anybody was going into the theater of like, I heard blah 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 was probably going to be blah 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 about this, or like, oh, did you see that shot? I watched this on Twitter right before. I don't know. It was just like, hey, Star Wars is back, let's give this thing a shot. And it kind of sounded like the entire theater was sold on it, which was really cool.
I completely agree. Like, there's not oftentimes within the past 8-ish years that general populace gets to watch Star Wars in the theaters with other people. Like, right. we got lucky opportunities to watch the Maul premiere and the Maul finale with a full crowd, which was electric. But going to the Mando one, and it's like, okay, this is not just like this private screening. Like, there was other creators there and stuff, but it was also just Star Wars fans, right?
Right.
And we're all in that 25 minutes, just we're cheering and we're clapping and we're like, yeah, dude, like it, and we were just all like exclaiming how excited we were for the movie. This is an interesting question. Do you have an episode from the show that is most similar when it comes to tone? I would say, for me, I would say the opening feels kind of like, I would say episode 3, when Mando goes back to the Enclave to save Grogu. That's how I would say the opening. And then it kind of transitions into a little bit of the season 3 kind of Rebel, like, New Republic threads, like, season 2. Remember when he gets stuck in the spider caves and Carson Teva comes to save him? And then I would say the opening of season 2.
That's what I was going to say, is so many people are comparing it to season 1, and even Jon Favreau has said like it's very season 1. The first episode of season 2 is how I felt for that entire first 20 minutes. I was like, Mando's back. We know the story. We love the way this looks.
It feels tonally the closest to season 2, I would say.
Season 2, exactly. I totally agree that it feels tonally closest to season 2. Specifically for me, the way I felt turning on season 2 and watching season 2, episode 1.
Yep.
Or what, chapter 12?
Well, so remember, yes.
Or chapter 9?
9, I believe. 9 or 10. Because if you remember season 2, it opens, they go to that fighting den, they get cornered, they get in a fight, and then they find out, like, hey, like, he's trying to find the Mandalorian Coven.
Right.
And the guy's like, "Oh, I know of a Mandalorian. He's on Tatooine." And Mando is like, "What?" Like, and so the way, and that's kind of how Mandalorian storytelling is. Which again, it's very serialized. It's very like, in my opinion, I always view Mandalorian as kind of like a video game, where it's like, okay, to get to this, you need to do this and this and this sort of thing. And some people don't like that. I enjoy it because it creates more adventure. To me, it is like the Mandalorian is a player. And he is walking through this story, and Mando season 2 is very much like that, where it was like, okay, I've got to find the Mandalorian coven, and then he finds, Cobb Vanth, who's in the Mandalorian armor, and then he's like, well, that's okay, that's not really helping me, and then runs into Bo-Katan, and she's like, oh, this kid's a Jedi, you got to take her to a Jedi, or take her to a Jedi, and it's like, I know one, and it's like the sequential, and I think some people like that, some people don't, but that's how it feels like and so. Someone asked a good question. Yes. Oh, Wesley said the Marshall Peak episode. And again, those IMAX shifts are also in that season 2. Remember when the Crate Dragon? There's a moment in the first 25 minutes, a couple times, where that happens with the AT-ATs, and it's sick. But then someone asked, Macman said, I wonder how Din will react to seeing his face post season 3. I'm not sure. Well, they dropped the clip today. And they took his helmet, and I don't know what point this happens.
Doesn't he say, he's like, you've seen my face, now you must die?
They said oh, we've seen your face, like they'll kick you out, and then he says, not if I kill you.
Something like that.
And, yeah, and like he says that, and like I was like, okay, I was like, let's go. And that's the fun thing about watching Din and Grogu as a master and apprentice is like, Jedi's not gonna say that. Jedi's gonna be like, well, other than like Luke Skywalker, where he's like, free us or die sort of thing. But Din is more so like, okay, now you die sort of thing, like, which is fun.
Yeah.
That line was so cool. I love like cold-blooded Din Djarin when that kicks in a little bit. Back off, my beloved. Valid.
You're starting to sound like a separatist. You're starting to sound like Alex from Stars Explained.
Macman said season 2 is my favorite of Mando, so that maybe it's very season 2.
I know a lot of people were comparing it to season 1, but like, especially just because like Grogu is established in season 2, and he is incredibly established in this, that like relationship wise, outside of maybe a season 3, that's how I felt.
I would say season 2, and even kind of Mando and Book of Boba Fett a little bit. I think season 3 kind of feels more of a B-side story where, they're focusing more on the Mandalorian aspect of things, and Grogu is obviously taking a little bit of a back seat, I think, in that. But it's more so of like they're a team, they're a partnership, and it's fun because like Grogu is not just attached to Mando's hip, but now it's like fun when you're like seeing Grogu like on his shoulder and stuff. Like I love a good like, in Star Wars, like a BD and Cal, right?
Yep.
Or like, there's that like pairing, and people like, I think in Star Wars you just wouldn't question it of just like, you'd see this Mandalorian and he's like, oh, he's got this weird thing on his shoulder. Like, you know what? Why the hell not?
It's a companion.
Yeah, exactly. Same thing with Kay Vess and Nyx in Outlaws. It's like, it's that fun pairing. HD Game 2 asked, did the show look even better, or did the production look even better than the show? Oh, absolutely. I think it looks like far more elevated. And again, I think the production in season 1 looks really good to me. Like, I think this is comparable to like, it's a movie. Like, it's like, it's like Andor. It's like Solo. It's like, it looks like a movie.
It looks like a movie.
Opinion. There's a shot
really cool.
Where, again, not really. We've seen this shot. We've definitely seen this shot in trailers where he's flying into Shikari and like the cityscape, and it looks so good on screen. Like, and then you can see like all the way down the street. You can see the street light. It's like the hustle and bustle. Like,
I was smiling the whole time, dude. It was like and look, we only saw the first 20 minutes, so I don't know how the rest of the movie is going to go. But from what I have seen, I am going into this movie incredibly excited to watch it.
Yeah. Again, so. I was kind of cautious. And after watching it, I was immediately like, yep, I'm ready for this movie. Like, I'm so glad this is back in theaters. For people, you know what? I'm not going to talk about spoilers. The movie comes out in like less than 2 weeks.
Yep.
And unless there is any burning questions people have and people want to tune out, I'm just going to let you enjoy it for yourselves. But
spoiler-free review.
To me, it didn't feel like there was a volume. And if there was, I couldn't really tell.
I would say maybe. I mean, maybe for the Hut stuff, but like, that's all I can think of.
That's really all I could think of too. Maybe, I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't really think so. Like, I mean, they did a really good usage of it because I always thought that season 1 of Mando, and that's the compliment that I'll give to the movie, is like season 1 of Mando. It never really felt like they were on the volume. Like, it always looked really good because of the cinematography, and so it looks really good here.
Yeah.
But all right, this will be the last question before we just talk very briefly about the event and then we wrap up, like the event that we got to go to, and then GameTube asked, every Star Wars movie has had a lightsaber. Are we going to break the cycle or keep it going? We've talked about this before.
Does it smell stinky in here? Because it smells like we're out of the Hut as a baby in a flashback.
But
that's probably the only thing that's probably the only way I think that we're getting a lightsaber in this movie. Is if we get a Clone Wars flashback. Whose would it be then?
You know.
No way.
Dude, this is a good point. Sounds like we've seen a lot of things from the trailers already. Yeah. Also, I'm just going to say there is an event that we are going to that they are being very secretive about, very protective about, that is not common.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I think, I'm just going to say, I don't know if Luke Skywalker's going to show up in this, but I would be, Solo did have a lightsaber. I don't think it'll be in a big capacity, but I do think, I would even count the Darksaber showing up. I could see Bo-Katan showing up. Oh no, it's destroyed. I'm stupid. I'm dumb.
That's what I was going to say. I was like, it's gone, dude.
See Ezra showing up.
Oh, Zeb and Ezra?
We know Zeb's going to be in season 2.
We know Ezra's already going to be in Spider-Man.
Wouldn't hate it.
He gets his movie debut before.
Oh, wait. We have a professional here who just gave a super chat, which you definitely didn't need to do. Bryant, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Season 1 of the volume was hard to learn, 18 hours a day, but the movie, all practical sets, we had more time compared to the series. There you go.
There's your inside scoop.
That's about to say, there's your source right there.
There's your inside scoop.
Hey, Bryant, will there be a lightsaber? And just kidding.
Hey, Bryant, does the Mandalorian die in the Mandalorian and Grogu?
Does Grogu eat a cookie in this movie?
Does Grogu use the Force in the Mandalorian and Grogu?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Ezra shows up to I'm putting together a team.
He just walks in the room and goes, Thrawn! And then that's the end of the movie. He's blue. He's back.
He's like the guy from Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. It's just like, and how? It's just
he's back.
Jason Sedula from marketing came up with that one. No, it's like that ad from Ant-Man with Michael Douglas and Paul Rudd, and they're like, it's him and Zeb, and he's like, Thrawn.
Dude, that's such a good ad.
It's so good.
Do that for every movie. Every actor should be required to do that for every movie. Even Daniel Day-Lewis should have to do that for movies.
For The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yep. Clint Eastwood, really old, should have to do that for movies.
He's like breaks his ribs.
Ow.
Before we wrap up, because we've been going for almost 2 hours, just briefly want to talk about the event that we got to go to, the Maul Finale at Disney. You want to talk just any initial, just kind of fun little just moments, tidbits?
Yeah.
How you enjoyed the experience?
The week before, I also didn't get to talk about it. I went to Star Wars Night, which was really cool.
Oh, yeah.
There was a Maul event there. Sam Witwer came out and did like a little thing to talk about it and promo Maul Shadowlord, and then there was a Maul character actor who was there. I had never been to a Star Wars Night or Disneyland before. I'm a Walt Disney World person. That's where I worked. That's where I grew up in Florida, so I grew up going there for most years of my life was Walt Disney World. So it was cool to see Disneyland. It was very cool that Star Wars gave us the invite for that, and we were able to go in. And unfortunately, Grayson was unable to go because it was super last minute, but like was able to bring Luke with us, and it was really fun. It was really cool. Smuggler's Run. It was just fun to like be around all those Star Wars fans that night.
Wait, so did you get to do the changeover for or is that not out yet?
Smugglers Run isn't out yet. I don't think Smugglers Run is out yet until next week.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
The switch up. But they did. That was the first night of the timeline expansion with Leia and Han and Luke, and it was very cool. And Vader was awesome coming out of the tie. But very cool. Yeah, and then we went to Burbank at Walt Disney World Studios to watch the finale 2 episodes of Maul Shadow Lord. That day, it was a full Star Wars day. We went to Burger King and got the Mando meal and did a bunch of stuff for that. And then we were in Burbank, and it was a blast. It was great to see everybody. That episode, like watching those episodes in a room full of Star Wars fans as well as like the creators, and then seeing the Q&A afterwards. Look, we're going to keep glazing Maul Shadow Lord as much as we can. I cannot wait for season 2. Mm-hmm. And it is 100%. Obviously, the product is fantastic, but it is the love and passion that went into the show from the creators is palpable, not just from what you watched, but from the way that everybody is talking about the show. Yeah. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
So it was a great event. Bumped into a lot of other creators. We met Vanessa Marshall, which is really cool.
Yeah.
She's the best.
She had a lot of very nice things to say.
Bumped into David Collins. He's the GOAT. Talked to Brad Rao and Matt Miknovitz for a little bit afterwards. Talked about chicken parm and talked about pizza boxes. They're 2 of the nicest guys. Everybody on this team is so nice. We bumped into Athena Portillo for a little bit. She is so sweet. But like, sorry, I have to pick up all the names I just dropped. But like, truly the nicest group. Could not be like. I hope Maul Shadow Lord runs for 35 seasons because I just want these people to always get the opportunity to work on the stuff that they love and selfishly get the stuff that they love working on because it's fantastic.
I agree. Yeah, it was awesome running into all of our friends and just getting to watch it together. We were impatient, of course, with our reactions, and we watched it the night before. But still rewatching it with everybody and then getting to see the Q&A after was really cool. Will's over there dying.
It's all good. I mean, watching it in a room full of Star Wars fans and the people who worked on the show, like Amon Esfandi was in the room. Like,
yeah,
there were some Star Wars bigwigs in the room. Dave Filoni was in the room as we were watching these 2 episodes.
I went to use the bathroom, came back from the bathroom, and I'm standing there in the aisle, and I'm literally this far from the back of Dave Filoni's head as he's like trying to find his seat. And I look at you and I'm like, hey, sorry, man, I got to wait for this guy to take his seat.
I can't rush Dave Filoni.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I got to go down there. Hey, Filoni, hey, you in the hat.
I should have been like, hey, excuse me. Can you just like, thinks he's about to get a selfie and be like, can you just get out of the way?
Yeah, can you just move, please, Dave Filoni?
And then I stopped and I got stuck again because I was hanging out with Hannah and Logan, and D. Bradley Baker is just next to me, and I'm like, I got to skirt around here.
Oh, there's the clones.
Yeah, just all of them. So
as well as Appa and Momo.
It's true.
Shout out to Atla,
and he's in SpongeBob a lot, right?
Is he in SpongeBob?
He's got to be in SpongeBob, right?
Probably is. Especially
in
the later seasons, probably.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked.
He's in a ton of, I'm pretty sure he's in he's in Ben 10.
He's the voice of the Omnitrix.
I think he's Big Chill. I think he's cool. Accelerate. I think idea. Yeah, pretty sure he is. I think he's also Wild Mutt, if I'm not mistaken. Which is pretty fun. Oh my gosh, he's Perry the Platypus. You're so right.
Oh my gosh, he is.
Yeah, he's a yes, that's what it is. Bubble Bats. That's awesome.
Is he really? Still no pickles.
I'm pretty and Perch Perkins. Awesome.
And there's my car keys. And there's my ride.
Yeah, that's absolutely him. Oh
wow,
my God.
that's crazy.
So yeah, it was a lot of fun. Star Wars again. Thank you for inviting us to these events.
He's the news anchor fish. Is he really? Breaking news!
D. Bradley Baker.
And I can get a good one. Oh, wait, hold on. Breaking news!
Oh my God. That was really good. Oh my gosh. I'm an adult, please. Wow. Holy moly, he voices a lot of he has done it since 1999.
Oh, not that fish. He's the announcer. Okay, well, if you say news anchor fish, I'm thinking of the fish, that guy. Not the guy in the headphones.
He's Perch Perkins, Lurch Lurkins, Bubble Bass, Squilliam. He's Squilliam. Floyd, the Alone Group. He sings as Mr. Krabs and the Christmas Who's thing. George, Incidental 178, Les Spatula, Lou, Rarg, Globulus Maximus, Awesome Eddie, Monty P. Moneybags, Incidental 119, Camp Counselor Kraus, Snelly, Rock Bottomites, Frogfish Monster, King, Sandals, Phil, Abominable Snow Mollusk, Alaskan Bullworm, Earworm, Sea Rhinoceros,
Bullworm!
Harold for only some of his appearances, like the Fry Cook games.
Somewhere else.
So, I'm not even halfway done yet. There's so many characters he's voiced. It's awesome. Insane. So yeah, D. Bradley Baker.
He's the Rock Bottomans. I can't understand your accent.
Yeah, he's the Rock Bottomans. He's Lab Squidward. He's Yeti Crab. Kevin C. Cucumber. Sea Gorilla. It's insane.
You're gonna make me mad,
bro. Not a single episode.
Season 1 and season 2 of SpongeBob is up there with Saturday Night Live, Seinfeld, 30 Rock, Atlanta, whatever comedy show you want to talk about. Season 1 and season 2 is some of the funniest comedy you will ever watch, ever in the history of time. If you put on season 1, the way I laugh about Incredibles, tenfold for SpongeBob. It is
really good.
So good. So good.
It is.
Is it on Prime? I don't know what it's on, but it's, oh my God. Season 1 of SpongeBob is so good.
SpongeBob is instrumental, dude. It's peak. But
Mr. Krabs, I have an idea.
Oh, it's on Paramount.
Oh, that's what it is. Of course, it's on Paramount.
Yeah,
because of Nickelodeon.
Yeah, Nickelodeon. Yeah. Anyway, thank you to Star Wars for inviting us to all of this stuff. It's been so sick. Wars. Like we said, we have a very big thing coming up this week. We're just not going to say anything because we don't like to jinx ourselves. We're just going to say,
Grayson and I are hopping flights this week.
Once again, me and Will are just, flying across the country once again.
What was that hand signal for flying? Oh, okay.
We're just dapping each other up is what we're doing.
All I saw was you go like this, and I was like, was that a plane?
Yes, our planes are
firmly grasp it in your hand. Firmly grasp. I'm ugly and I'm proud.
What was this? What was that?
What's up?
Is that all?
That's it. I think that's it. I don't have anything else.
Well, in that case, may the force be with you, but more importantly, your focus determines your reality.
Bye-bye.
Always remember.